And it's simple and bit. Times it to perfection.
Every professional player has a moment they think back on with overwhelming regret. What could have been if I had just hit this one shot? Or what if this was my only chance and I just blew it? Are just some of the things going through the player's head after such a round.
That shot! You take a shot at the GOAT, you best not miss!
Just getting to the grand final of a major is already an incredible feat. Getting there multiple times and never winning it is almost unheard of. And I say almost, because there are 5 other players that have experienced just that. But while these other names will likely never be seen at a major ever again, NiKo is still a tier 1 player. That's not to imply his inherent superiority to the other players, however. NiKo is just the latest name on this list, and it's not like the others retired right after their second or third crack at it. Rather, it is my belief that while at the moment, NiKo is perfectly capable of helping a team win a major trophy, even he must realize the window of opportunity is getting narrower and narrower. So, like NiKo is also doing at home at this very moment, let us reflect on the various missed opportunities he's had during his playing career. And when I say various, I only really mean 3.
Try again.
Though an iconic moment, and something that weighed on NiKo's mind, at least at one point, I don't personally think that the missed deagle shot was by any means a big mistake in the context of his entire career. Sure, they could get the round, but then they'd still have to win on Mirage against a Navi that hadn't lost a single map until that hypothetical nuke game. It feels like a stretch to say that G2 were ever going to win this series. So, while this was a missed opportunity, that's all it ever was. A small opportunity that you can fantasize into a big one, because you didn't have a chance to see it through.
Why are players such fucking lazy?
If we didn't have ELEAGUE Boston Major to end with, this would be by far the biggest missed opportunity of NiKo's career, which may sound odd, seeing as I just laid out why being the deagle shot in the Mirage game away from lifting the trophy was barely an opportunity. But hear me out. The Hooksy and JKS roster didn't get off to a good start, but they did turn things around by winning Blast Premier World Final 2022 and IEM Katowice 2023 right after that.
You can see the smile on his face. He's finally done it.
This one's gotta feel good. The euphoria of this trophy left time and time and time again, but now NiKo knows the feeling of victory in the Katowice Spodek.
It turns out 4's the lucky number.
Yeah, it is. Fuck, after the Inferno I had lots of flashbacks. This is the first time I cry in my career, so I'm really happy right now. It's an amazing feeling.
Does all of the heartache to get to this moment make it worthwhile?
Yeah, for sure. I've been really patient in my career. I've been in many finals, losing many of them, and hopefully this year everything's gonna turn around, and just keep working, guys, keep believing in yourself, and the results will eventually come.
This was their major to win. But in the end, they lost to Fnatic, a team who themselves failed to make playoffs, because they lost against Into the Breach. Whether you think it's because the scene is the weakest or the strongest it's ever been, I think we can all agree that right now, the skill gap between teams in the top 30 is the smallest it's ever been. So by any logic you use to get there, it will follow that right now is the best opportunity for NiKo to win a major. Which do you reckon is easier? Just playing a little bit better than everyone else in the top 30, or having to rise to the level of an unbeatable Navi and then beat them? I do wonder though, what would it look like if NiKo was in the best team in the world and then made it to a major final as well? Well, that isn't exactly what happened here, but close enough. SK was in fact the best team at the time, and the final was set up to be between SK and FaZe. But instead of that, by some miracle, Cloud9 ended up winning against SK. So now, the road to victory seems pretty straightforward, right? And it was. The series was close, but on the third and final map, once FaZe had gotten onto match point and Cloud9 were still on 11, surely this was it. Nothing could stop NiKo from lifting that trophy from this point forward.
Champions!
How on earth did we end up here?
Olaf Meister maybe offering a fake towards the B bomb site. Meanwhile, the push comes in towards A. Skadoodle in the smoke. Skadoodle taken down.
So far, everything is going great. NiKo has just gotten an entry from round, and while Rain's death somewhat equalizes things, they are still in a 4v2 on A, and they know one of the players is in sight.
Tarek's got to go huge here. He's got a crossfire with Rush. We've got Guardian in a short position.
Bit of a tragic whiff from Guardian there, but fair enough. The Galil, while not as terrible as the FAMAS, is still a dog shit weapon. But never mind that. Why is Guardian running into short and fighting the side guy alone if Olafmeister is so close to arriving from mid? The long guys aren't moving to side yet, and there is still 43 seconds left in the round. The timing even worked out for him, and he still didn't get the kill. So now, Olaf is forced to open up things from short alone with a max 10. But all of that being said, FaZe is still essentially in a 3v2, with the B players not still rotating, and now they know that Tarek is in backside and low HP.
And he's exposed, but he goes down. Rush still alive, 4 versus 3.
This is great. Not only are they still in a 3v2 with the B players only now starting to rotate through Banana, they now know the exact positions of both the A players, but things are going to go downhill fast. Note the one flash Tarek has been holding on to this entire time. When I unpause, that flash is going to pop straight into the face of Olafmeister in short.
Spotting one player, maybe two towards the other position. Now Olafmeister's on short.
Indeed, the fact that Guardian didn't wait for Olaf had no impact in the outcome of the round, because at this moment, they both would have been blind and most likely died to Rush. If anything, the fact that Guardian locked out with the timing worked out for FaZe, since Tarek would otherwise still be on full HP. Cloud9 has played out this situation really well. So now, there is no more room for error. NiKo and Kerrigan are arriving from Moto, and they know there's a low HP player in backside.
But it's a flash, and
if NiKo played according to the information he surely should have access to at this point, FaZe would be in a 2v1 against Rush, with Kerrigan holding him with an op. From that point, it would be either a 2v2 or a 2v3 post-plant.
he's taken down. Tarek is not done with this major yet.
Here it is, Tarek! They stay alive for one more round!
When it comes to NiKo, he probably wins you most of the rounds, loses a couple, but as luck would have it, when FaZe found themselves on match point against Cloud9, it was again him who had the perfect chance to close out the map.
We think of Boston, we think of Stockholm coming so close. Is there anything you want to say to just close out your journey within CSGO?
Nothing really much. Obviously didn't deserve any of them. Was close. Many chances has slipped away. Obviously failed to win a major in CSGO. Not deserved to win one. And the grind has to continue, and hopefully I will lift one in CSGO.
Zeus was 29 when he finally won a major. Kerrigan was 32. NiKo is only 26 years old. After Blast Paris 2023, CSGO may be over, but NiKo's story most definitely is not.